Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and today is the 8th of November, which means it is the election day in the United States. Now, by the time I upload this, it will probably be the 9th, it'll be Wednesday morning, and that means that right now we already know who the next president of the United States is going to be. Now, it feels like this election has gone on for a very long time, and it'll be sort of nice to have an end to it. And the point of this video is not to talk politics. That is not the point. I'm in the UK. I have no say over who the next president of the United States is going to be. But instead, what I want to talk to you about is your ability as an entrepreneur to react to change. As an entrepreneur, you don't just accept that, if something bad happens, then, oh, well, we might as well stop. We have to quit. We can't do it. You have to find a way around it. You have to find either a way through the obstacle, a way around the obstacle, but whatever it is, you don't tend to let change, especially negative change, stop you from doing what you want to do. Now, like I said, I'm in the UK. We have no say over the next presidential candidate or the next president of the United States. But what we did do earlier this year is decide whether or not we should leave the EU or stay in the EU. Now, again, this is not my job to get in any way political, and there's still lots of discussions going on about whether we can leave the EU, whether it is legal, whether there's been parliamentary action against it, and blah blah blah. It is what it is. And I remember back when the referendum was held, and again, there's a lot of parallels with this election. Got to remember, I am talking to you right now, and it is the morning in East Coast USA. Most people have not been to vote yet, and so I have no idea what's going on. But looking at the exit polls for Trump versus Clinton, they're very similar to Remain versus Leave. There's a lot of narrow margin. The swing states will undoubtedly have the balance of power. But here in the UK, it was, most polls suggested that Remain was going to win, and it didn't. And the Leave just nipped the majority by a very slight percentage. And I remember the day after the referendum was on a Thursday, and then a Friday afterwards, the UK turned into chaos. The pound dropped significantly, the stock markets crashed, although they were rescued by the end of the day. But everybody on Facebook and social media turned into not only a political expert, but also a stock market expert. It was interesting to see. And everybody was all doom and gloom. Oh, this is the end. Everything's going to be ruined, blah, blah, blah. Damn you, Leave voters. Damn you, Remain voters for trying to get us to stay. A lot of blame game. And ultimately, after about a few weeks, Pokemon Go came out and everyone forgot about, the election. It's only now it's come back into the attention after it went through the Supreme Court. Blah, 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 boring politics stuff. But the point is that when everybody thought like the world was going to end, after a few weeks, everybody just realised nothing had actually changed, and back to normal we went. And, everybody's lives carried on. In that same space of time, I remember saying to a lot of the people who I know who sell products online, I was like, guys, you really need to start smashing the cross-border trade, start advertising your products in Germany, in America, in Italy, in France, Australia, because all of a sudden to those guys, your products just became a lot more affordable. Due to that pound dropping, the exchange rate was in their favour, and loads of people I know made an absolute killing because they reacted to the change. They didn't sit and moan about if the result wasn't what they wanted. They made the circumstances fit them. How can they make something of what has happened? React to the change. And that is what I'm talking about today. Is, no matter what happens, you'll be watching this Wednesday morning here in the UK. The results from like California and Washington State have probably only just come in, and by that point, we might not know who the president is at this stage. We might by this stage. But the point is, no matter what happens, don't lose sight of the fact that your job as an entrepreneur is to react to whatever happens. Like I said, if your candidate wins, happy days. If it doesn't, don't worry. There's a lot of speculation about, the world's going to end. It isn't going to end. I assure you. The world has been through much, much worse than Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton and Brexit and whatever. Everything carries on. Don't lose sight of what your goal is, and be prepared to react quickly to the change to make sure that you are in the best position that you can be as an entrepreneur. I guarantee that right now, today, Wednesday, when you're watching this, the stock markets will probably be all over the place. Stock markets hate uncertainty. But if you see an opportunity in there, take it. Remember, your job as an entrepreneur is to react to change, not to sit and moan like the other 90% of people who, have nothing better to do than to update Facebook and tell everybody how upset or how happy they are about an election which, regardless, 95% of whatever happens is going to be the same anyway. So that's the video for today. It was originally going to be a different video, but I figured this was really topical and on point, and one that I wanted to. It was on my list to talk about, and I could put a slant on it with the election. So that's jumped the queue. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Cyber Monday, something along those lines. With that said, guys, I hope that you've found this video useful. Remember, don't get bogged down by, oh no, my candidate didn't win, or it's the end of the world because Hillary won or Trump won, whatever. It doesn't matter. Focus on you and exploit any opportunity you can to make the most of it to further your goals. And if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and with that said, I'll see you in the next video. See you then.